But for African, thank you very much. Thank you, madam. We are starting right now. As a matter of fact, we'll be giving each other time. You'll be given time to contribute, to speak your mind, and you'll also be asked sometimes to read some of the informations on the sharing on the pages that we'll be looking into on the module. And then we'll be looking also into your contributions. Just being present at the class is nice, but again, it needs to be followed by your contributions, your participation. Be active enough and strong that whatsoever you contribute is being recorded right now. And after this class, the recorded lessons will be then sent to WhatsApp group for each and every individual that cannot see us now, and the one that can just follow from the group to study and write summaries. You'll be asked to write summaries, and that these summaries will be channeled to teacher69 at gmail.com. That line we usually send to our summaries. All right, okay. Today we start module 4 after we did module 3. That module 3 was importance of punctuality. And then today we are going to look into another module, which is module number 4. We say advanced comprehensive educational program, increasing school retention, module 4. Next page. Fontem, read the presentation.
Presentation. The Marcelino Munoz Foundation is a non-profit, political, or religious organization widely known in Mexico with international projections, which has expanded in America, Europe, and Africa through the development of educational programs of great value, which institutions can evaluate.
Thank you very much. That is the presentation presented to us through the Munoz Foundation, and again, targeting directly on education, that is to improve school or to increase school retention. Next page. Wow, there is a picture of a baby. Some sort, my madam usually asks us to assimilate this baby, and they say a happy face expresses your gratitude, and at the same time there is we say attitude, and she usually says, please have a positive attitude. Can we all smile, please? Can we all smile? Thank you. I can see your beautiful smiles from different countries. I see you are smiling, people. We are all going to smile this throughout this lesson until we complete the module. Thank you. Next page, please. Here we go, whereby we have initial motivational capsule. Initial motivational capsule. May I have, is it Richard Camille Mamrima? Can you read the initial motivational capsule?
That is on step number 1.
Read from at the beginning of yeah.
At the beginning of the class, the teacher or tutor enters the classroom or virtual classroom. So, and 1, they say greet your student by saying good morning, afternoon, or night. And 2, the student will answer good morning, afternoon, or night. And 3, then the teacher asks, how are you? The student answer: in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled.
How are we today, wherever we are? How are we?
In peace, free,
free,
happy, successful,
successful,
and
and
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Thank you, thank you. We are really in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. This is one of also the aims of this Munoz Foundation, that a peaceful individual, a free individual, a happy individual, a successful individual and fulfilled will really contribute to development of any nation and any country will be really developing. And what we are supposed to be, we have to be in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. Next, we have purpose of the teacher tutor diploma. Loops, can you read the purpose of the teacher tutor diploma? Loops. Loops, can you hear me?
Maybe she has problems of connection.
Okay, all right, no problem,
Yeah.
no problem. Peter Eddings Kunga, can you read the purpose of the teacher tutor?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're welcome, tutor. You're welcome, tutor. Can you see the screen and read the information there?
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The
I can see.
fundamental
Let me read
purpose
now.
of the teacher tutor program by the year 2050 is to reduce the educational gap. And for 70 out of every 100 students who begin primary school to complete a professional career. And that in this way, achieving the necessary quality of life in people in their most sublime purposes, living in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled.
Thank you, tutor. Thank you, tutor. That is the purpose of the teacher tutor diploma. That by 2050, about the gap of 70 out of 100 students who begin primary school to complete a professional career. And thus, in this way, will achieve the necessary quality in life, of life in people. We target individuals in people, in their most sublime purposes, living in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. Next. Okay. Then we have reached the tassel today, where we are going to look into the Decalogue teacher tutor, the 10 purposes of teacher tutor as guide, counselor, and advisor to the students. Okay. When Peter Kunga was speaking, someone was also speaking down Peter Kunga. I didn't have the name of that person. Can you read the first 5 Decalogue teacher tutor? The first 5 purposes? Someone was talking behind Peter Eddings Kunga. Okay. Can you read, madam? The first 5 purposes.
Should I read, tutor?
Please do that for the interest of time.
Yes. Decalogue teacher tutor. 10 purpose of teacher tutor as guide, counselor, and advisor to the students. First module, guide students in the course of their professional career. Second module, advise students on the importance of attending classes. Third module, advise them on the benefits of punctuality. Fourth module, accompany them when they have failed subjects. Fifth module, guide them about sales and being entrepreneurs. Should I continue?
Please do that.
Sixth module, motivate them to learn to speak in public. Seventh module, guide them to make good decisions. Eighth module, encourage them to develop social projects. Ninth module, promote the practice of values. The 10th module, promote physical, mental, and emotional health care.
Welcome. Thank you, Tutor Contem. These are the 10 purposes of teacher-tutor counselor as a guide. Simply, as we are also tutors, teachers, we are having the responsibility to guide learners and students in diversity of learning areas. That's the first module that we did, was to guide the students in the course of their professional career. The second one, as she said, was to advise students on the importance of attending classes. And last week was advising them on the benefits of punctuality. Today, module 4, it's accompanying them when they have failed subjects. How can someone define the term fail? Can someone be able to define the word fail? Put your hand in the Zoom or on the camera on the screen so that we are easily to identify them, to identify you, I mean. Put your hand in the camera or in the Zoom. What do you understand the term fail? Volunteers with hands.
Okay. I'm Lezing.
Yes, Peter Edmonds Kunga.
Yeah, I do understand failing in simple terms as not being able to reach the required standard.
Thank you.
So, for example, if you are given examinations, and then they say the one who has passed is supposed to get 50 out of 100. So if you get 45, the standard is 50, which means you have failed in that context.
All right. Thank you. Jennifer, how can you define the word fail? Jennifer, you're just joining. Can you open your mic? Jennifer. Hey, how can you define fail? Jennifer, you're not around. Any another person having an idea towards the word fail, meaning apart from Peter Eddings Kunga has just contributed? Anyone? Please, let's participate. Please, let's participate. Yes.
Yeah, in a simple term, I can say not able to achieve the given task. For example, I think I can just get the same example as what my friend has just gone through. That's going to be the same example.
All right.
Yeah.
Next page. Okay. All right. Now we are just inside the class, very inside the class. The topic today or the module today is accompany them when they have failed subjects. We have said that to fail is being inability to achieve a desired outcome or a desired goal. We have failed to achieve that one. Now, we have seen Elena is there has failed to achieve the desired goal or standard. Firstly, let's look into the factors that can lead a student to fail. What can make a student to fail? This is also an open floor to everyone. How can a student fail?
Why?
Can I
If he,
answer?
can I answer?
Yes. One at a time, please. Madam.
Okay.
Madam.
My name is Stephanie from Nigeria.
Welcome.
All right, thank you. One can fail in the class when the person doesn't have interest in being in the class, or being carried away, or being disturbed with something around, both physically and psychological. Thank you.
Welcome. She says those facts, being disturbed, that is both physical and psychologically disturbed, a learner may fail exams. Another one?
My name is Bashir Tafida from Nigeria.
Welcome.
When a student was taught in the class and failed the exam, and then that means he has failed. He was taught in the class and he is not concentrate. He didn't give concentration. He didn't give concentration in the class. He can fail.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome. Another one?
Hello.
Yes.
Just to add on what my friends have already mentioned,
Thank
I feel
you.
like punctuality again can play a role. When a student is not punctual, he or she might not be able to grasp the information, which may lead the person to fail during exams. And also, if the learner or the student miss some classes, that means you will find it difficult to tackle all the questions during the exams. Just to add on that, there are some students who have some problems at their homes. So if their problems were not attended to, maybe the teacher didn't recognize or didn't find out, didn't help this student, it will be very difficult for this person to concentrate during the lessons, which will lead to failure during exams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've contributed just a lot and great things and of importance. Thank you. Can we justify the pictures we can see on the page? Can we justify the pictures? What is happening on the pictures there?
It seems like someone has failed and then is not happy. It's like the outcome of the results that are given was not expected. So is being stressed because of the results.
Thank you. Another one?
He's not happy. He failed.
Yes. He's not happy. He failed. Another picture. There are two pictures there. There are two pictures
I feel
there.
like hello.
Yes.
I feel like this other person is trying to find out the answers to the questions, or is trying to find out why he failed. Like how best can he do to do better next time?
I see.
These two, they look first.
Yes. Okay. If you look at these two pictures, that defining exactly what you have said, but you can see the way and the position of the individual, more especially this second picture, It's as if he's looking at the resources, the materials, too much. There's a heap of books on a table. And then if he looks at the heaps themselves, just too much. And he stresses himself, bringing in the definition of blessedness, some sort definition of blessedness, apart from being bored because the examinations are not well, but he is also in that way. Okay, next screen, please.
Okay, all right. Let me just add on that.
Okay, can you add, please? Richard
Yeah,
Camel?
actually, from observation, yeah. From my observation, it's like these two pictures. It's like the students, they are just surrounded with the huge of books. So it's like they didn't have that time to study. So it seems like the exams, it's on the door, and it's like they didn't have much time to go and page on different pages of the books that they have to have information. So in short, it's like they didn't get prepared to write the exams. So one of the factors we can say is about is absenteeism, maybe from the school, or maybe not attending the classes, consecutively. So those can be some of the factors that can just make those students to fail the exams. So that's what I've seen from the observation.
Yeah, usually these reasons are just like, okay, welcome. Okay, the reasons are like dynamic. They start with the students themselves. They go for the home where they're coming from. They also go for the institution they're studying at, and even their teachers. Some of the suggested reasons for them to fail, for me, I suggested the following, like lack of preparation, and again, poor study habits. They don't know how to study. They did not prepare well, inadequate of understanding. They are not able to understand the content itself. Illness sometimes also contributes to an individual to fail examinations. We have personal issues. Someone talked about home life, how these people relating emotionally as well as physically with their relatives. That is again well-being. Do they eat something when they go to school, or they don't eat anything when they go to school, and they just go on empty bellies? We talked about laziness, yeah, and a lot of things like with personal responsibilities. How are the responsibilities we carry them? How do we carry them? How do we do, or how does Elena carry his or her responsibilities? Does she give herself time to rest, or else she does just a lot of things at the same time? She's supposed to go to school, panicking oneself. Such a way, we find out that Elena will directly fail. Relationships issues. How do she or does she relate with the father, mother, brothers and sisters, the environment itself, friends at school, the teachers, the relationships? How is she trying to take herself along with those people? Okay, there are many issues. But now we have a screen here where this screen is trying to justify to us some of the things that failing a subject is not anyone's liking, and we know about that one. Even myself, I don't want to fail. Anyone doesn't want to fail. Failing to achieve a goal and having to study again to repeat, it is frustrating for the most students. You cannot be happy to repeat some classes where you only say you are finished and then you are going up, you are improving yourself, you are going ahead, but then there are some factors pulling you down that you have to fail. So no one is interested or happy simply to repeat the grades, to repeat the classes, and doesn't want that. So they say if we never failed, we would never even learn. This one is also a typical challenge that some of us or most of the students, when they fail, they give up completely, and they feel like I feel like I'm not the material to be in school, or so, and feel something like dropping out. And the statement continues. And if you look at the history books, some of the best and brightest have stumbled before you have found their feet. If we check how our friends have performed in their life, someone when was teaching me in my academic time when I was doing education, he said the man that invented a bulb tried almost 999, and the last one of the number 1000, that one the bulb gave right. So it means that the person failed so many times, and for us, only when we fail once or when our learners fail once, we give up, we leave, we don't feel like we can continue. We are distressed, we are condemned and devastated. So here it's like when we stumble, they say weaknesses or failures that are there for our improvements and that we have to improve. So we say accompany them when we have to accompany the students when they have failed the subjects. Next screen, please. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Lutz, are you back online? Lutz, are you back online? Fontem.
Yes, tutor.
Read, please.
Okay. What would be the obstacles that cause students to fail? What can we do as a society to support them? In your own experience, how did you solve it?
Thank you. I understand the questions, most of which we have already answered. Like question 1, we've already done with it. But then let us look into question 2. What can we do as a society to support them? And the other last question, which is question number 3, in your own experience, how did you solve it as an individual? Okay, can we contribute, please, on the 2 questions? The first question, we have already seen the obstacles that are many and plenty. But let us do the second and the third questions. Hans, please. Yes, I don't know. Fontem, can you see this hand and identify him?
I'm the one who put up my hand to contribute.
Okay. Has to speak, please.
Yes. Actually, I think as a society or a community, what we can do to support those who failed, especially if they are our children or our students, we let them know that failure is not the end, and they still have a chance to pass those grades that they have failed. And they should not feel bad, or they should not feel discouraged. We need to uplift their spirits and let them know that they have not done the worst, and we tell them there's another chance.
Thank you. Another one?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to agree with the madam who has just contributed. If possible, we can also come up with practical examples of notable individuals who have failed in life, and then at the end of the day, they picked up and managed whatever they thought of or whatever they dreamed. We have so many examples that we can pick. We can pick examples maybe from the politics point of view. We can even talk about academicians as well. We have seen people repeating, like in Malawi in the past, where there were very few secondary schools. We hear about notable individuals who could repeat standard 8 years, 10 years, and then the 11th year they would be able to select it to secondary school. We have, I would also give a notable example of the Zambian current president. Okay, the Zambian current president tried to contest as a presidential candidate for 5 times. He didn't win, but then he has to won the number 6 when he tried now. So you talk about 5 times, and each term has got 5 solid years. So if you look at the number of years, it's almost 30 years there somebody is waiting. And as we are talking now, is the incumbent president of Zambia. So such examples, because they are practical in life, and we are talking about notable individuals, they may encourage us. So we have seen even like the current situation in America where the president who has just won, he failed last term. People did not vote for him, but he didn't lose hope. And then he tried again and has now won. I understand that has happened in Ghana as well. So those
Yeah.
are some of the situations that we can pick and give as examples. So somebody would trust, okay, if this has happened to other people, what about me? It may also happen to me. Because sometimes when you are teaching people or you are telling people about something that has never happened practically, they may have several questions to say, am I going to be the first one? But at least they try to give them examples. For example, of course, I like this topic, stress and anxiety, because we deal about failure there. You tell people that you are not the first one, maybe to meet divorce in life. We have had so many notable individuals who were once in love and they divorced and then they happily married the third time. You give practical examples of people who lost parents at a certain age and then they gathered courage, they went on with the school and they are now graduates. So I feel like this would also be very important part. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have discussed a lot and all of them potential to the topic and again to education in the world because our aim is to educate the world. Okay. Another one, please.
Okay.
Can
Still
I
Stephanie
say
from Nigeria.
Speak,
I
please.
guess what we need to do to like help them is, some people do understand things maybe by hearing it or using the visual aspect of it. It's left for us teachers to know how best they understand things. Because some people might be looking at you in class, they're not concentrating. But if that thing is played on a screen, the person might understand it better. So it's actually left for us also as teachers to know that some people don't understand it by hearing it. Some do understand it by hearing it. Some do understand it by going through it, reading it. Some like the visual aspect of it, watching it as a movie or as something. So we have to help them do that and then also encourage them that failure is not the end of everything. You just need to counsel the pupil or someone. Thank you.
Welcome. You are talking about the approach, methods of teaching out our lessons. Methods of teaching must be varied according to the need of a student. We have the special needs and are supposed also to be treated needed for as well. We have our friend here that is blind. I feel I saw him, and he has been contributing and has been talking here a lot. And not only that, she has also talked about deafness and the dumbness. All the things are there. We meet such particular students. So as a society, as well as individual teachers, we are supposed to understand, firstly, our learner, our student, to which group does this student or learner belong. If we understand where this student belongs, we are able to deliver the lessons so well. That was very critical point and very important one. Very, very important one. Failing devastates, and no one wishes to. Only to be encouraged and be carried on somehow. That would be nice. All right, another one.
Can I say something?
Please, you're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Just wanted to add something on what I've already mentioned. Like on the first point, what should be the obstacles that cause students to fail? So you said we already tackled that. But on what we discussed, there was a point where we said some students failed because of the situations at home. Not that they're failures, not that they're failing to grasp the information, but because of the conditions they are in. So I just wanted to add on it. We need to welcome these people, these students, talk to them one-on-one, understand why they're failing. Is it that they need extra help as the help from the class, or maybe they're depressed, they're stressed with the issues from home? So apart from counseling them, we need to know the root cause of that failure before going forward. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Beautiful one. We have seen how it all goes. So in this case, we see when a student has failed, a lot of things that happen to that particular person, feels inadequate, and inadequacy that he is not capable. At the same time, low self-esteem, analyzes himself or herself that it is not all that what, and lack of motivation also for herself to continue with her education, some or his education, just think they have to negative impact also on their future career prospects. All those things tend to happen, and they are weakened at the same time, and there are a lot of things as a particular teacher you are supposed to do is to let the students themselves set achievable goals, those goals that will assist them. You have to support them and guide them, as she has said, and at the same time help them to identify their strengths and weaknesses. They have to understand, even those being students, they have to understand themselves, how or where am I weak, and what can I do, and how am I going to do it, so that can go ahead. Again, we have to provide also sources and strategies to improve the study habits. And at the same time, we have to encourage them understand the materials they are using, because you can give them a lot of materials, but even those materials, they cannot see them, they cannot hear them, they cannot speak them. They will still lead them to failures. But if we come into assistance, we have been that way. Okay, next screen, please. Is this a video or a picture?
Video.
I think it's a video.
Okay. Please play it, please.
Yes, it's video. Money. It.
Yeah, let me
Put in the center.
Yeah, but I can't play them. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Right, as she's preparing us the video itself, understand that in every picture class, we are having some notes. So we have to be ready to write important points on the issues of failure, the issues of what, yeah. We have to be taking some notes from what he's going to speak.
I cannot play the video. I don't know why. Doesn't give me the option.
All right.
I don't know why he can not play the video.
All right. It's okay. It's okay, still.
Do you have a link,
proceed.
or maybe we can show in YouTube?
Yeah, you can. If you can take it on the YouTube, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay. I know I can't. I'm sorry, I think I cannot.
Don't worry, don't worry. But exactly this video could be directly talking on the parts of reasons for learners to fail, and again the solutions to the weaknesses students were supposed to fail, that students at least fail, and again he was supposed to give in some encouragement. What are we supposed to do as teachers so that we can assist our failed learners? Let me just put forward this video, even if we've not watched it, but just looking at the picture itself. How can we justify he's talking about? This is just like now our personal contributions.
Hello. I guess
Welcome.
is a teacher that is happy about his students' performance, or someone got something right in the class. You know, you're always happy when you see your students passing in what you taught them. I guess the picture is showing the excitement of a teacher that taught a student that passed very well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next.
Sorry for interrupt, but I found the
You're in a
video
class,
on
it's near.
YouTube, so if you want,
Welcome.
I can show you.
Play it, please.
Okay, you can see my screen.
Yes.
I will show you now.
At the beginning of the semester, you write an exam or you hand in an essay and you don't get the mark that you desired. Okay, so what are your options? You're in a class, it's near the beginning of the semester, you write an exam or you hand in an essay and you don't get the mark that you desired. Okay, so what are your options? Well, one option would be, so you've hit an anomaly, things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen. And so maybe you say, geez, that was a boring and stupid class anyways, this gives me an excuse to get out, and so that's not such a negative thing. Or you think, oh, well, I really better buckle down and study, and you decide to stay in the class. So basically what you've done is maintained your framework. I'm going to work through this class, but you've decided to modify some of the subroutines that make up that frame. You say, well, I should study more next time, or I have to prioritize this class compared to other classes. So it's a micro alteration within the overarching framework. But another thing you can do is say, to hell with the class, I'll just drop it. And so the advantage to that is problem gone. The disadvantage is, well, now you have a different problem, which is, okay, fine, you drop the class, do you have another class that you can replace it with? Is that a good way of dealing with a micro failure, you know, to move up a level of analysis and throw out the whole frame? Because you could also say, well, maybe I should just drop out of university and maybe I should go hang myself, you know. Well, it's the same line of logic, it's just taken up to a higher degree of abstraction. And so, generally speaking, you don't want to solve a problem by moving up a level and wiping out the frame within which the problem was experienced. You want to do that carefully, because in principle, the frame that you were working within you'd already assigned value to it and worked at it. You've already invested in it. It's a big sacrifice to blow out the whole frame. Now, sometimes you can do it. So anyways, what happens is, well, you get the bad grade and you're upset about it, and so you've been plunged from your happy, satiated state, let's say, into a state of relative chaos. And the chaos is, oh, I hit an obstacle, I didn't expect it, and now I don't know what to do. And so what does it mean to not know what to do? Well, it can mean I need to study harder. It can mean I should drop this course. It can mean I should major in a different subject. It could mean maybe I shouldn't be in university. It could mean maybe my future plans have been formulated badly. It can mean my future plans have been formulated badly because I don't understand myself very well and I've been telling lies about my past, right? The thing can really expand on you. And that's what the chaotic domain is. That's the remanifestation of those things that you had considered irrelevant, right? Because when you go to pick up the exam, you've got your identity as a competent student intact. You're not questioning whether you should be in the course or whether you should be in that major or whether you should be in university. None of that. That's all in the implicitly accepted category. And as soon as the anomalous event emerges, all of those things that you had rendered axiomatic start to become questionable. And that's like the shark coming up from the depths to pull you down. And that's the classic way of representing that and of symbolizing it. That's Jonah and the whale, for example. So it's something is manifests itself from the deep unknown and pulls you under, like an alligator at a water hole, which is, I'm sure, one of the sources from which we derived that particular kind of mythological representation. Because you can imagine that when we were on the veldt, after living on trees, we had to go down to the damn water holes, and you've watched enough nature programs to know what a Nile crocodile can do to a water buffalo. It's not pretty. And so to go down to the water, the chaotic water, and the source of all life as well, right, is to risk an encounter with the terrible thing that lurks in the depths. And so we use that as a central metaphor for mapping the sorts of things that happen to us in a much more abstract space. And you know that because one of the things you're going to do, let's say that the professor, there's a professor obviously who gave you the bad grade. Okay, so one logical presupposition is that you're in some sense insufficient in relationship to the course. But in another logical and instantaneous categorization is to throw that person into the category of malevolent predator. And you'll do that by becoming upset and cursing the person in your imagination.
Wow. Simply, that was a very beautiful presentation.
Okay, we're having a conversation. I'm deciding I'm going to listen to.
All right, okay. Can we summarize the important points the professor has given to us? Probably he has looked into the outcomes of failure, and then as outcomes of failure are coming, there are now solutions, reactions to us because we have failed, and then our reactions have got devastating areas, and at the same time the solutions, the professor provided the solutions. Can we summarize the video, please? And videos. Tutors, are we around?
Hello.
Welcome.
I guess the professor was trying to encourage students that failed, that it's just like saying that you'll be on the tree, that you don't want to come down for the crocodile or something that he was giving an instance about. Just like someone that failed and you refuse to read or to do something to get to another class or to pass the subject in question. You are just there mourning that you failed, or someone will laugh at you or something else, without considering that, yes, maybe it's because of this that I failed. So the next exam I'll write about the particular test that I failed, I have to work very hard. You don't have to stay there that you failed. Because you failed, you will not go again, you will drop out of school or you do anything. But because you failed, you have to sit down. Why did I even fail this course? When he was talking, it reminded me of one of my professors in the university that said that he failed a course. And that was why he came back to teach that course. And now he's a professor in that course, because he wants to know what actually made him to fail the course. So he read through the course and came back to become a professor in that same course that he failed.
You see? Welcome. Another one?
Thank you.
Another one, please. Open your mics, tutors. One has to speak.
Hello.
Yes, welcome.
Hi.
Speak
Yeah,
out,
thank
please.
you. I just wanted to contribute on what my fellow tutors just said. It is true, sometimes when you fail, you feel like dropping out. But immediately drop out is when you discover the consequences that you are going to face in future. So the best way for you, if you fail, you have to sit down and look into the problem. Why did you fail? And then you have to try to find a solution. So by so doing, we can also encourage the students who have failed and they think that there's nothing they can do. We can sit down with them and then talk to them, and later on we are going to encourage them and they are going to improve. Thank you.
You are just welcome. Another one?
Yes, let me just come in.
Please.
Okay.
Let me just come in.
Grace.
Yeah, actually, from what my friends have said, the thing is like before you get to the main point of like being absolutely like failed, it's like you need to come up with a solution. In which way? That is by finding what has just made you to fail, or maybe not to succeed on a certain point. So the thing is like they say you have to have that you need to have time and sit down and think, or maybe observe about the factors that have just contributed to your failure and come up with a solution. If it's not about if we're about not working hard, it's like you have to come up with a solution. If being a student, you have to plan and say, maybe the course which I'm undergoing is hard. It's hard. If it is hard and you think you can't make it, just have a decision of swiping the other program rather than just comparing on it. So it's like before that, you need to come up with you need to think, say, what has just made me fail, and what should I do so that I have to succeed. So if it is about, we have talked more about like some of the students like they have that problem and stuff, and it's like they don't have skills on studies, so they have to know really what is happening for them not to reach that extent of being able to do well in the exams or as they are pursuing their studies. So the thing is like they have to sit down and think. After finding the factors, then they have to come up with solutions by applying much effort that if it is about not working hard, maybe laziness in studies, and the other like at least they should try to come up with a solution by working hard, fighting for that they should be studying much, chasing pages in different ways, so they should make it. So as to me, I feel the same that whenever a student faces those different kind of problems in studies and is not able to reach like that destiny, has to come up with some factors that maybe him or her they are trying to hinder him. So has to come up with solutions on how maybe he can improve those things, by applying effort on that. So about studies, much things to be required is like working extra hard, so that each and every exam which comes, you should be able to pass the exams by applying much effort on studies. So, some of the things that cause the students not to reach that that position, or maybe to reach that destiny, is like they usually don't know what is the sometimes it's like they may not plan, or maybe the plans that they formulated were not like promptly to that decision then before that they really want to go to school. So with school, you need to come up with decisions, and they should really think that I'm going to school and what should be the things to be doing in the school. So they have to have those things, and following those things, it's about working hard, writing different assignments, dedicating, attending classes each and every time, group work participations, all these kind of things. These are some of the aspects that they usually in studies as we undergoing those different studies. So
Wow.
as for me,
Wow.
that's the only thing I can to do for now.
Thank you, Mr. Richard Kamema Mrima, for your contribution towards the video. Of course, you just splitted the video into part A or point B. Point A is like you come into a decision of stopping. He said drop out. And the point number 2, he said accept chaos. When you drop out, your future is doomed. You are completely done that way. But that is not the solution to the resolution of the problem. But you have to meet chaos. Under chaos is when he discussed a lot of things that as you are going forward, the factors that are pulling you down, taking you down, that you should not achieve the intended goal. But make sure you have to achieve your intended goal. Next screen, please. We have to go by time. Next screen, madam. Okay, so we have 4 important steps after failing subjects. We say learn from mistakes. First of all, practice self-criticism and try to analyze the reasons what caused the failure. 2, no drama. Nobody likes to fail a subject. Pushing too hard can end up causing stress and being counterproductive to academic performance. And let's share your doubts with others. So they say it is essential to request a personal assistance or personal meeting with the teacher of the subject that has been suspended to be able to share doubts and understand why it is not approved. And then we say apply new study techniques. It is not so important how much time you spend studying, at how you do it. So these are some of the areas and the aspects that we have to do so that we can improve our personal steps. Next screen. Next screen. Right. There we go.
Steps.
Are you talking? There are many ways to encourage and help someone who has failed, help them deal with their feelings about failure by reminding them that we all fail sometimes and that this failure does not define them. Encourage them to find a tutor, help them create a new study space or share your study. Next. Finally, we have the motivational capsule. That is final motivational capsule. Everyone shall follow Tutor Pontem. Please lead us in the final motivational capsule, please.
At the end of the final motivational capsule, at the end of the class, the students repeat after the teacher. So I will start and you repeat. I believe in myself.
I believe in myself.
I believe in my intelligence.
I believe in
my
intelligence.
I believe in my ability.
I believe in my
ability.
I believe in my purpose.
I believe in my
purpose.
Finish primary, secondary, high school, my professional career, a master's degree, a doctorate.
finish
Finish
primary,
primary, secondary, high school,
high
my
school,
professional
my
my
career,
professional career,
a
a
master degree,
master's
a
master
doctorate.
degree, a doctorate.
End up working as a manager or with my own company.
end up working as a
Working as
manager.
a
Working as
manager
manager
or
of
my
with
own
my own
company.
company.
Have a social service and search for a Nobel Prize.
Have
Have
a
a
social
social
service
service,
and
search for a
searching for
Nobel
Search
Prize.
for Nobel Prize.
Be at peace, free,
be at
happy, successful, and fulfilled.
be at
Be at
Be at
peace,
peace,
free,
free,
happy,
happy,
successful, and
successful,
successful,
fulfilled.
and fulfilled.
Dying done.
dying
Dying
done.
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 I know I can do it.
I
I
know
know
I
I
know
can do
I
it.
can do it.
And I am proudly Cameroonian.
I am
And
I am
proudly a
proudly
Nigerian.
Ecuadorian.
Malawian.
all right. Thank you, every tutor that today took part and participated in every discussion we did to this class. And I also need to thank a daughter to our Dr. Fernanda Moserino and the teacher Lutz, my co-host, and the teacher Tutor Fontaine, and everyone that has assisted this class today to be a motivational class like this one, a life class, a class that shall never be forgotten. I have a hand of applause. Thank you all. Thank you for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Greetings, greetings.
Thank you, Tutor.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Please stop recording.
Bye.